Hey guys, Billy Prophet here with Annette Prophet Productions, and I am reading Musings. The Trickle Down Effect, painting by E.L.K, notion proof daily by assholes. I recently gave notice at the upscale corporate clothing store I've been working at the past few months in Beverly Hills, but not without doing my best to make sure the higher-ups knew exactly why. Dear blank, it is with a heavy heart that I state this as my 2-week notice to leave my employment with you and the team of blank. I was truly hoping this job would become an anchor in my life, inspiring me to remain tied to and settled in my hometown. But instead, I have found my time in this store to be a sometimes painful drain on my energy, positivity, and inspiration. I was happy to take a hit in my income for the enjoyment of a job situation where my creative side could play as a stylist, and I could be part of a light, high-end, and respectful workplace filled with uplifting fashion talk between both coworkers and clients. But the truth that I have found is much the opposite. I have noticed that whoever creates the biggest drama, no matter how negative or self-involved and self-focused, gets the attention, and somehow the cookie crumbles to their benefit. While those who show up quietly and complete their role to the best of their ability are not rewarded, let alone mentioned. This is not a mentality nor a workplace that I want to be a part of. The hourly pay is not nearly enough for the A, sales goals pressures that are applied to associates here, especially without the opportunities or resources to build a proper clientele book. B, the negative and or patronizing attitudes amongst employees of all levels, and the almost class-structured and separated duties of a group supposedly under the same umbrella. C, the massive lack of basic genuineness. And D, the numerous miscommunications. All of these, I believe, are very unnecessary but very real stressors. I wish for you and your team all the best in success and happiness. Best regards, Billy Prophet, part-time stylist. Surrounding my choice to leave, half a dozen others have as well, including the GM. So I agreed to stay a little longer while he sorted out so many new hires. Yesterday, we finally set my last day on the books, and ironically, everyone happened to be up in a tizzy. The CEO is arriving this afternoon. Why do you think I bought this annoyingly expensive shirt from our new collection? The assistant manager, whom I adore, told me. And look, doesn't she look great too? She signaled toward the other manager. We have to be on top of details today. Don't worry, I calmly stated. I'm sure the CEO isn't going to show up. And who cares if he does? It's not like we're doing anything wrong. We show up, we do our jobs, we go home. Pretty simple. I had been through this corporate bullshit so many times before, where they throw everyone into high alert as if doing what we were hired to do every day isn't a good enough representation of the business they oversee. All day, the entire staff waited and fretted, changing misaligned sensors, sweeping the floors, moving the furniture, clothes, and things around, while everyone with a title slightly higher than someone else's dictated their importance with cold and flaky harshness. Nothing new, but certainly in more quantity than usual. I wondered to myself if the visit was sparked by the exodus of staff. And just as the saying goes, ask and you shall receive. Because as I went to pull out the driveway after clocking out, I was forced to abruptly hit my brakes when a man walked straight across the alley without looking. This arrogant stride provided not so much as even a head tilt toward me or the white BMW who slammed on his brakes coming down the fast-paced alleyway, who was then in turn almost rear-ended by the 3 cars behind him for not taking the self-indulgent man out. All the while, Mr. Ignorant sauntered through the busy mini-street like an uninterested mother duck, with over half a dozen people following him from the rented minibus, all similar in demeanor. The last 2 women even stopping to review one of their phones before realizing that now 9 or 10 cars were all waiting on them to finish their moronic business. And every last one of them was decked egotistic head to pompous toe in our latest collection. The CEO did show up after all, but he didn't care that half the staff was leaving nearly as much as he did that the wind was disfiguring his carefully crafted hairdo.